Event is starting. Stream begins. Right, let's go and get this game reset back up. We're on about turn 20 from memory last time, and in fact, there it is. So good news is, both of our other empires are actually in here, along with a few of the standard races that we've already met one of. So huzzah for that. Loading. Okay. So here we have met the first of the other races. And really, I would love to nab that, and that actually, because these are both ideal positioned worlds for us, really. If I could go and snaffle them, though, it would cause a problem. Especially as I've really done no prep for war at all at this stage. So it's looking more likely that it's probably best for me to try and defend from here. But we shall see. I need to get these worlds set up, really, as much as I can. Yeah, that 1,000 supply world, which is useless. And this, which is going to be another 1,000 supply world, which will be relatively useless. But yes, we do need to start work on things here. That's research centers being built. That'll be good. Let's get a ice colony, though, set up ahead of time. So it's still an emergency build for 1.5 years. That means it'll just get everything sorted out in one go. We need to get some intelligence centers built up because eventually we will be effectively... Yeah, so our second world, I can't do a lot about that. Then there's this, which is a rubbish, useless system, which is only here as sort of a rough... This is the field of war without any resources available. Unless I go and spend a lot of science upgrading my stellar harnessing, which is always a good idea in this, to at least have some. Most of my warships will have a solar collector of some kind. Just so I don't have to worry, they have to spend many, many turns in enemy territory. But, meantime, we do have some civic technologies on the way. And some things are developing reasonably quickly. So, let's just see whereabouts we are and see what I can actually remember of anything that I was doing. Probably not a lot. Right, I had 2 ships without orders. Let's go and find them. The first ship without orders is you. You do have a satellite available, so I'm thinking here. I'm going to dump you off along here. And we're going to deploy the satellite. Oh yeah, you can't launch them in space. I remember now. I have a useless cargo ship, which is doing nothing but holding satellites for when somebody will need them. I think, though, we are going to try and grab this, which is probably going to start some form of incident, so I should probably think about some warships at some stage soon. We'll get there when we get there. Right. What's my other ship that can move? It is you. You're currently on the warp point. Might be worth dropping a satellite there, actually. No, recover the unit. We don't need to drop it right there, but it would be helpful to have this area under vision, so let's move you 2 spaces back and drop the satellite here. Then next turn, you're going to go warping through here. Okay. In turn. We can't all be knackered. It has barely begun. Okay. It is a tremendous day. The Drushoka are okay with us for the moment, probably because I have no military whatsoever to speak of. But it's a glorious day, I shall reply. Reply to general message. Glorious. Prepare to die. Prepare yourselves. Neutral, be neutral. Okay, we have though got a treaty set up, so I can't remember even what that treaty was now. Oh, this is the non-interference treaty. And hey, some more science. So let's go and find out what those ships are up to. We have you. This might... let's just have a look here. There is another wormhole of this, probably leading to the edge of the map though. So let's go out exploring. Good news is, nobody appears to be here, so I might have another system I'll be able to grab. Meanwhile, here I can't do a lot. I don't want to abandon this huge ice world. The huge ice world is really good. I know they can't build anything in here, so let's actually have you go warping through there. Okay. Let's just find one of our better colonies here. Here we go. So you're building the ice colony, which will be useful. Let's go back to our home system and see what's happening here. So this is the intelligence center. This is where we're kind of on a slow builder for the moment, but I'm thinking here a couple more ice ships, definitely. At this stage after this, we probably want to start looking towards a war fleet, but technology-wise, we're not really set up to do this. It'd be nice if we get the massive engine-destroying weapons, though. It's always nice. But really, our best weapons are psionics, the superfire, the psychic whiplash, and the telekinetic projector, which is better than the standard projectile uranium cannon thing. Also, we want to get warheads because really, I'm quite a way away from getting to mine territory. I mean, I have to get construction set up first, which is happening, slow rate, and then I have to get warheads, which are of course the what you put in the mines to make them detonate, because you can put you can scatter a load of mines in front of your wormhole, and nothing will happen if they've got nothing to explode in them. So let's just end the turn. Okay, so you're on your way back. So that'd be really nice. We need to kind of think about dropping off some things over there. Okay. So which system is this? This is the farming installation here. I can't remember though. Okay, we'll go farming and refining, which is kind of what it is. Glorious! Prepare yourselves. We've given them the warning. I think that's fine. We have a couple more research stations. We have a new shipyard set up here. I'm always putting my warhead on. Always. Okay, so this is basically an outpost system, really. So with 4,000 tons, what we need is space yard, resupply. Evening. It's not going to be producing any facility, so I don't think it needs that particularly. I could give it a cargo facility. Have this is basically a resupply depot, I suppose. Makes a bit of sense. And we'll go for a psychic. Only one per system effective. I probably need to check where I've stacked those up then. Yeah, so one of each is fine. We'll go and build one of those just to end it off, but I do need to get up some satellites first. And I probably should have just actually, you know, done this properly. Reorder, move to top. Okay. This is true, we probably do need weapon platforms. Unfortunately, none of my tech is into weapon platforms. So where I normally go is I normally go to just dump satellites everywhere. Which, you know, has its uses. But weapon platforms, yeah. There is always a lot of tech you need, and at least some of that is getting developed soon. Economics will at least help out the funds. We are maxed out on resources, which is always a nice place to be before we have to go and build things. So, let's go and find some ships. So, Ice Colony. Now I could try and rush this down, but I think it's probably going to be better to secure this system, so I'm actually going to have this waste itself on this planet. Or do I? Cancel orders. We're going to have it try and colonize that, because if we get that... Oh, interesting things, but probably war. Probably war. We like probably war, though. We got 2 systems in that planet that are just ideal for us. So that's how we'll try and go with this. Next ship. We have this cargo ship 2, which is literally holding nothing. Probably have to go and ferry some things back and forth. We're going to check out whatever's left in the system, and then we'll go through here. I should design one in a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They are good for point defenses, but we're not really at a threatening position yet, and I'd rather we'll concentrate on just expansion. Okay, so that area is explored. We have you heading down there. We have multiple research centers built. Planet value has changed, but it's radioactive, so it's lowered slightly. It should be fine. Speaking of which, you're now actually built. Oh no, you're still building research and things. The good news from this is our overall research points is building. They get additional bonuses when the planet's population increases. So that'll be something to slowly develop. I think also we might just see what we need to push this up. Yeah, maybe not. Alright, let's find the limit of doing it in 2 turns. And I put an extra point into construction, because, you know what, we want those things. Yeah, in 10. I'm very much a SimCity player when it comes to 4X games, at least this early. Though, if I get the opportunity, I do go for the Alpha Strike early. As various questionable things can attest to on certain End of Space games we've played. Right. So, you are there. You're out of movement though, so you can't warp any further. Did we just not continue exploring there? It is a slow build-up. This is really slow. However... once we've got multiple planets, you see, I've already jumped now by 2,000 this turn. I've got more building. As you get more population, that'll go up as we get education levels. There's plenty of ways to boost it, and it is going to start critical massing. Hopefully, it's going to critical mass fast enough. But yeah, you want to be careful. You want to try and build yourself towards technologies, but don't expect them. It's why I like this setup, because it means you have to build the race well early, at least well enough. Or you go for something completely silly, and it still works out if you can mitigate all the rest of it. So, back to our homeworld, which is producing all 7,000 research by itself, as it turns out. If I go to some of my other planets, they're producing basically none, because these are mining colonies, which do have the ability to build things, but honestly, probably not the... Yeah, there's no upgrades. We do have to build separate upgrades when we get that far as well, which is the other slight annoyance with this game, but it never takes that long, and it's always worth it. Okay, ion engines is a way off. Okay, that leaves me with 2% clear, so let's go and improve our construction ability up to 8% of our focus. Chemistry is quite fun as well for plasma missiles, but we'll get to biological and terrible weapons later. It's going to take me a while to get to exciting points of this game. I'm contemplating building ships, but I know I'm going to redesign them in a little bit anyway. And I can only build the really basic stuff, because I don't have the tech for bigger ships yet. We've achieved level 1 tech in economics. The economic achievement will now be seen throughout the Empire. If we go and actually check this, I believe this just gives me a mild production boost. Which, if I go into... Yeah, these are all the miscellaneous bonuses on every world. There's a lot of miscellaneous bonuses. If I go into colonies and I go into the... I forget which one's my home one. I think it's this one. Abilities, squadron ride modifiers, achievement, which I believe is that, actually. So economics means my ship maintenance is reduced by 2%, my facility maintenance is reduced by 2%, and my unit maintenance is reduced by 2%. So yes, we do now have slightly more resources, even though we've maxed out our current stock holdings of resources. That'll be more helpful as the game goes on. Right. So now that we've hit level 1 in economics, we don't particularly need to do this much more, do we? At least not just yet. So I'm going to save that 5% and boost something else. And I think what we need to do is probably go for weapon platforms. So that'll take 30 turns, but we'll then get the weapon platform set up. Should also probably consider fighters and troop transports and things, but we're a long way off, so let's just keep going as we are. So let's have a quick look at how we're going. We have 2,830 intelligence here. Intel in progress. What do we know about them? So their highest level tech is sensors at 3. Which could be 4 because of the variance. And they are a tyranny. A happy tyranny, of course, but a tyranny nonetheless. I wonder how they're going to take to me actually going in and, you know, not having one of their worlds in a few turns. Well, it should be interesting. Oh, one ship pad orders. That'll be you, and your job is to go and find things. Okay, we found another empire. So we now have another border to establish. But as I said, if we can get this sort of grid locked out, I'd be quite happy. And if we can get a few sort of tendrils outside of that, it's also good. Oh, there was some combat going on. Okay, so we got some combat going on. Okay. This is our cargo ship. Let's just see if I can find out what's attacking us. Over here, they have a frigate. So, we have no weapons on this cargo ship because it is fundamentally just a cargo ship. In fact, I don't think this thing's even carrying anything. So, no, it's not even carrying a satellite, so I can't even drop a satellite to try and defend myself because the satellites at least do have weapons. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do the, I can order it to self-destruct. Round target. Oh, that time stopped. Because we want to get out of dodge. Also, sure there's a way to zoom out of here, but I'm not finding it right now. Okay, time start. I'm also going the wrong way here. We're about to find out how good their engines are. Okay, times 2. Times 4. I don't think we're at the same speed here. I'm not going to ram them with my one cargo ship. I'll never expect to self-destruct. This is true. Unfortunately, they are moving faster than me, so let's see if we can't get to an edge. Nah, it's attacking at us. We've lost it. Boom! This means war. Okay. So we lost that. It's the same size as us. We have first contact with this people. And since they are definitely more likely to be enemies than us, let's rock methane. So they have the same empire makeup in terms of planet grabs as this one. And this means I now need to go and adjust my intelligence spending. So, we don't really need to worry about these guys, I don't think. Not too much, anyway. In fact, we don't... No, are they considered an ally? They are. This guy, though, we need to worry about a little more. So I'm going to have 40% on defense, 50% finding out about them. And what I need to find out as soon as possible is... The only thing I can pretty much find out about them, empire-wide espionage. Ramming was my only option, but I could have gotten away with it. It depends on how quick they had... Well, I know, I could have had more ships, but... Meh. They'll never expect self-destruct, this is true. Okay. So, let's have a look at what we can build to kill things. Let's create a ship. So we can build a frigate, we can build a colony ship, or we can build a small freighter. Freighters obviously aren't really good for combat, so we're going to build a frigate. Okay, let's go onto the middle decks and build this all in the middle for no reason. Bridge. Life support and 100 points of crew quarters, which can go there and there. Oh, and another life support module. Okay. So we have not an awful lot of tonnage left, but let's see how many of these we can build. Okay, can only have a maximum of 5 engines. Thankfully, this one might actually turn out to be somewhat symmetrical. Maybe. No chance of that. So we know the telekinetic projector is good. And that's going to be our primary weapon here. We do, however, require combat sensors. Basic sensors, because we always need to find out where the enemies are, and I think we're going to go for some heavy armor at the front. This leaves me with 1 extra weapon, so I can go for a double telekinetic, or... decreases the intelligence of the crew, always a fun one. Point defense is always useful to go for anyway. It sounds like a good plan. See, some ordnance and some general supply storage would mean it'd be able to fight longer. But, at the same time, I always find it useful to have some point defense. Question from there, though, is... does this actually do anything? Or is this... Yeah, I'm thinking point defense as well. I'm just debating whether I want to put some supplies on here as well. Oh, there's Inna. Well, in the cases that we can't be thing here, and our point defense guns aren't actually all that good right now, we will endeavor to try and upgrade those at some stage. Hello. We're not basic scanners scan it. Scan at level 3, distance of 8 sectors. Okay, I've just realised our psychic receptors are better at short-range scanning than our current scanners are, which is terrible. Alright, point defense at the back, because we always need a gun at the back. Right, we need a name for this one. So this shall be... I need a suitable name for this ship. Given I've only got 20 tons, I'm actually happy with not doing anything. The only other thing I might have considered over this is possibly going with... oh, actually, I can't build it anyway. I don't have one. No, I was considering the stellar harnessing, but I actually need the technology for that first. So yeah, a rear-mounted point defense seems like a good idea as well. But yes, I need a name. I'll be the Tickler. Okay, these are the Tickler class frigates, which, as we slowly upgrade them, will, you know. Oh, hold on, it's because it's got filters on that. Because it won't show both, annoyingly. Okay, so we have the ability to build Tickler class attack ships. Where are you heading off to? Oh, these are just a random satellite I have dumped there. Not the right place for it, actually. Also, what to do with this ice colony now? I think actually we need to go and grab one of these. Zarfis, of course, is the one that's closest to where they are, but yeah, get the colonized order out and get you moving. Right, meanwhile, let's go and build some ships. So once it's built that, we're going to have it build 5 Tickler class frigates. In fact, we're going to have it build 15 Tickler class frigates there, because it's still one of our best worlds for producing things at this stage. There probably are some better ones that are developing, but they're not quite there yet. Everything else, especially anything we got in this system, which actually is an empty one. Yeah, this is going to be sort of our desperate holding place for this stage, really. Let's see what we're doing. We're now up to 13,000 science. Yes, they shall. Never forget. Cargo ship 2. But honestly, I think that's pretty much how we want to have it. I don't want to go too mad. But if we can get the next ion drive upgrade soon, that'll be helpful. Also, I'll ask them to have engine overloading weapons to sort of counteract our massive engine destroying ones we already have developed. Also, we had a supply thing built at some stage, because these are now going up massively. Once we build some ticklers and have them sort of moving around, though, that's likely to cause... Where are you gone? Oh yeah, you're over here. This is our cargo ship 1, complete with stuff it can't use. Okay. Nothing there, and the second ship is... cargo ship 2. Which I think we're going to have go back to the home world and pick up some more satellites. Because we now have a need to know where things are in the galaxy. Okay, with that done, end turn. If this causes war as well, I'm in trouble, but we are building the ships for it at least. 1 additional ice colony. Okay. So where I want you to go... Ideally, I want you to go here and just colonize this place. It's going to be the most efficient one, and I think this is the way to do it. I think, though, what I should probably do is have a chat with you at this stage. What are our estimates of what they've got here? They got 1 solar system with 4 colonies. We are massively ahead of them in terms of that, then. Oh, they have organic... Ah, hold on. They were an organic tech tree race. This, though, has a lot of varied reports and basically is not to be trusted. Apparently, they've only got 1 planet. I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, our information is not anywhere near accurate enough to trust any of that. So, what we should do is we should have a... Where do I talk to them? I can't remember where the diplomacy screen is. This is clearly how much I need to use it. Empire options. Nope, that is useful to know. There we go, send message. Right. We want your surrender. This is true enough. No, I could go for a trade treaty, though. Proposed trade. No, I don't want to do that. Proposed change in treaty. I could go for a basic trade here, but that feels like it's going to be less beneficial to me at this stage. Tickler class warship. It's not a warship yet. These are our scout ships. We'll have to come up with more impressive names for things. Yeah, this is a big one. Can't perform research. You always want deals with that sort of thing set up. All right, no, let's not bother with this. I don't think they're strong enough to really bother me at this stage. I was just debating whether it was worth going for. Also, just noticed that should probably be up slightly. Bear with. There you go. Now it's not falling off the end. Good day, Jasper. I was in the middle of something and now I'm a bit kind of lost my way here. Right, you're still exploring and are finding not a lot, but there should be another warp point around here somewhere. We still have space ducks to find, of course. The true enemy is still out there. In turn. Should also probably turn the lights off quickly. There with. Yeah, I figured that was the case. I need to somehow get them to agree to let me colonize in their system. Okay, they've gone for a big treaty here. I wasn't translating, I was saying, sir. Okay, so we're sharing emergency medical care. We'll share all technologies 4 levels old. Non-aggression in all systems. Empire will trade up to a maximum 2 thing there. I want to counter that. I would like to allow colonization in each other's systems. This is unlikely to be accepted. But if it is, I'm going to stick in those systems for a couple of turns and just see about how we go from here. We have our first Tickler class warship built. And its job is to go straight over to here and hang out. Preferably hang out by their warp gate. So I need to find out when they get there. No, it's too delicious to share! Okay, we're up to 14,000 tech points now, which means we tripled since we started, pretty much. And recreational studies is going to be up soon. That's going to help everybody be slightly more happy, and of course happiness is mandatory. As all. So, let's see how we're going here. Cell harnessing is coming up there. Weapon platform satellites are on the way. This is just a large 4X game. I don't think this had any direct inspiration on Cosmic Encounter, because Cosmic Encounter was a game from the 70s, in its original inception. This is a game from 2005, as I think I discussed last time. It follows a similar sort of format. The best kind of negotiation. Intel in progress. So, what do we know about them just yet? So they have light hull construction, which means they can build bigger ships than us, which we kind of knew anyway. Organics extraction, small weapons. Overall, they don't have a lot going for them, though they do have biology and chemistry and construction. Does it set by one? Is it 0 by default, or is it 1 by default? That's what I was going to check. No, that's all 1 by default, so they've really not got a lot going for them right now. So I am a bit ahead. Which is where we want to be, honestly. Meanwhile, a cargo ship is going to go and continue doing exploration stuff for us, because why not? Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to my designs here. And I wish to upgrade this. So we go to the upper deck. Gonna get rid of the ordnance supply. Gonna get rid of the armor, I think. And what I'm looking at here is this. So that means I'm gonna lose 30 tons, which means I'm gonna have to either lose this or I'm gonna have to lose the basic sensors. I can lose the basic sensors in this. Okay. So this gives it the scan at level 7 for a range of 6, and that will help against things that are trying to hide in my sector. So at 7, this is basically the spy satellite, really, which is what I will name it. I don't know whether anybody's got any of these yet, but still. Spy satellite. Next up, I need to go onto my thing here, and I need to... Oh, is there a way to do this? I'm sure there's a way to have everything construct something. Empire options. Nope. Fueled by cotton candy. Construction queues. Ah, here we go. Select multiple queues. Ah, here we go. Add to all. Okay. So actually not the space yards, but all the planets at least. I don't think they actually need to worry about the spy satellites, but I want these done anyway. Add to all, 1 spy satellite. Let's make sure that does do the thing here. Add to 1. Okay, so I think I might have got them to build 2, but that's fine. Just means they've got spares and backups and things. 1 ship still without orders. But that means I don't have to worry about any spying shenanigans going on. Meanwhile, I am actually happy to end the turn with you there. The fool's not being cheap in the game, which requires cheapness to win. Your offer is interesting, but we require these elements. Share communication with each other. They share emergency medical care with us. Okay, they've made that treaty better for me as a counter-offer. So the original offer was we both provide emergency medical care. Now they are just going to provide emergency medical care to me if we need it. I am willing to... Oh no, this is the offer I sent them. Okay, it was that already. Oh yes, this takes forever. But if I get this, it means I'll be able to have those 2 planets, and that's what I need. I want those 2 planets. Okay. So this is our Tickler class warship, and it's on the march. Actually, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the news! Psychic training facility here. We have loads of spy satellites, which I'm going to have to put up in a moment. Well, things get better, Marigin, I hope. Yeah, this is what I'm starting to... I need to consider that soon, because that will give me the ability to build bigger stuff. But for now, I'm quite happy with where I've got. Yeah, I think everything's fine here. And I have loads of ships without orders. Right, your job, find things. I haven't found any of the black hole systems yet. They're quite amusing, especially when you got one right near you as a defensive wall. You can go through them, but you kind of have to micromanage your way across. They just will not go through them normally. Or they'll try and they'll sort of go... Bob. This is how the engines make too. Alright, so I have that done, and I have the Tickler class ship, which can now go and join its brethren over here. Should also probably start deploying some of these spy satellites and things, but... Well, my homeworld is perfectly defended by a load of psychic things, so... That'll do. What I should probably just go quickly is go buzz through my systems and see what's got stuff to deploy. Like that! Spy satellite. Da-da-da. Back there. Basic satellite and a spy satellite. Sup? Spy sat. I should probably even start thinking about building the smaller satellites because they're better as sort of weapon platforms effectively. I know they're not, but they work in that sort of same capacity. Oh, this has a lot of stuff. This must be one of my heavy construction worlds then, mustn't it? Oh, because it's the wrong type. Nah, that's why. Okay, so that's everything built there. Getting there, but I don't need them yet. I don't have any border colonies, really. I mean, these guys are peaceful, and this system doesn't have anything in it. So as long as those two remain the case, I don't need to worry about this, especially if I get the ability to colonize in there. That's basically making me the ally, and these two planets I'll be able to build quite a lot on anyway. This planet, certainly, but I need this one built first because, you know, I can't build anything in here because it's an empty system. I need to defend from here if I'm going to do it. At that stage, then it's the way to go. This is Space Empires 5. Oh, and that's just my colony world I'm waiting to see. If they actually accept this deal, I'll be amazed, but I'm really doubting they will. So that basically gave them nothing for this offer. Okay, this is a refining world. It's on the border. This is going to be a military installation. Actually, it's going to be a resupply base because I can't do anything else with it. Okay, we have a new system. We have spy satellites being constructed everywhere. We have a new Tickler class ship. What's your version of it? No, they do not want us to go into colonized air systems. You know what? I'm going to accept it. I really want those two planets, but I'm going to accept it and move on. Instead, I'm going to go and do some more exploration with them. Because why wouldn't I go and explore a little more at this point? You're watching me play confusing video games? You madman, sir! You madman! We still have to find those space ducks after all, so... Okay. So, the resupply base. The first thing it's going to build is a spy satellite, followed by a basic satellite. The reason I'm going to build the basic one as well is because the basic one has a wider range. But the spy one obviously can see hidden ships. Not that I'm expecting them to have any, but the day I don't expect them to have any is the day they end up having them. Next up, Space Yard. We will need also a resupply depot, because that's the main purpose of this, and I'll give it a ship training facility. I'm also going to put this on emergency build. Hi, dear sister. Unfortunately, it hasn't sped much up, but it will mean I'll get all of that built before it goes into the slow build. Once I've got the space yard up, it can do things and build some more ship by itself, so that'll do there. I probably should have gone for this one because it's a slightly better world, but we'll need to get all of these done anyway, so... Meanwhile, let's see how we're doing on the research front. We're still at 14,000, which is where I imagine we got to just before we stopped building the things. More expansion needed. You're building a spy satellite. You've already got your maximum allowance of stuff. Yeah. Also, what the hell happened to my fleet? I did have a fleet coming over here at some stage. I completely missed what happened to my Tickle class ships. Did they just run out of resources and die? Oh yeah, we have a Tickle class attack ship now. Alright, you move over to there. Yeah, it might have run out of supplies, but for some reason I don't think it did. Oh, we haven't moved on to Twilight Imperium 3 yet, so that makes this game look easy. Oh, maybe I did have some. No, okay, that's fine. They were just obviously on the move and hadn't got there yet, even though I'm fairly certain it's there. Okay, so they've done that. The Bright Engineers have given us the plans for their small troop design. Ah! We now know what their secret designs and plans are. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is what their ships are equipped with and how they've currently set up, which is sometimes important to know. They have shields, which I didn't notice beforehand, but yes, annoying. Point defense. See, there's nothing too worrying here. We already know our weapons are better than depleted uranium, so that's fine. If we filter this to unit designs. This is their small troop ships. Now, I haven't gone into troop ships just yet. We'll do that at another time. But only they've got basic stuff, basic stuff. Mind you, I'm not going to be able to do a lot that's better than that, really. Okay. So all of our ticklers are heading over to Javanus, and we can now see... We can see our way over to this, the Xanthra system. I also note the Xanthra system appears to be on its own in terms of... Unless that's a line down the bottom. Okay, that is the only system they have. They are going to have to come out of there at some stage if they want to expand. So I have locked them in to their own area. This means I really wish I had mines. Because I could just dump a load of mines on there and it'd be done. In fact, we're going to move on to that point. If they come through, we're blasting them. The good news is, from here at least, once we get the resupply set up, that will go there. Yeah, I didn't think it just died. It just hadn't got there yet. That was just, yeah. Just me being a bit strange. Yes, keep me on the sugar and chocolate diet. It works. It's a secret plan to keep a Shadowhawk happy. Except it's not at all secret. Right, another Tickler class attack ship. We'll move over to the Xanthus warp point. Meanwhile, Ice Colony 2 is doing more exploration-y things. And I'm not expecting a lot from this system because white stars generally don't have a lot. No, I don't need that. You sound like you need the Cremex more, sir. Okay, so we've gone around this system and found not a lot. Right, which one of the two warp points do I want to go to? I want to go to... Sorry, I'm just rotating the map here so I know Krahen is down the bottom. Left to right. We're going to go to the left then. Did I leave that option on? Oh, god darn it. I didn't realize I had. Well, I still need to expand because I know my other two empires definitely aren't that. Goodness knows what the Necrons are up to by now. American candy that sounds like drugs. Just sounds like, remember. Oh, also we have a 2-point cargo. Oh, actually, you've arrived back. Pick up another satellite, will you? I'm going to have to build bigger versions of this. Right, you can now get off to here. And the reason I want to get you here is because I want to at least have some eyes on the warp point here. No, they don't. I haven't adjusted anything, so I don't know why you think that is, but... anyway. In 10. Okay, I think I found another system that's isolated. Also, why are my particular class ships going over there? I just noticed that's not where I wanted them to go. Okay, recreational achievement has now been unlocked, and we should be able to find some additional benefits that we now have. We welcome our new ally. Hold on. You will regret this. But we'll be neutral about it. We shall neutrally say you shall regret this. Okay. So spaceport has been built there. If we go now to one of our systems, and just look at the intel screen, we will see on the ability screen we should now have a achievement, unlock 1% population happiness each turn. So huzzah, recreational buildings have helped that out. And also, happiness adds 3% population happiness, and a few other things. Oh, that's just our racial traits here. So yeah, the civics are more sort of small bonus, miscellaneous bonuses, but they're easier to get to than a lot of the other ones. Okay. So really at this stage what we want to be focusing on a bit more is our education score. So let's push that up to 8% and just get that done in 5 turns. And the extra percent can go onto construction, because construction and mines are definitely something we need soon. In fact, arguably we need them more than the computers and a shield, so I'm actually going to pump a few more points into that and see if we can't get that done. Drop psychic technology, because while it's been helpful, yeah, 20 turns to get to mines, or at least the mine tech, is where I want to be right now. Okay, go exploring. Nothing found. What are you? You're a particular class ship, which we're going to move onto the point as well. Meanwhile, you have a couple of satellites set up. So as we can see things, including the things we couldn't see. Radioactive rocks. This is the advantage, and I don't get to this tech yet. When I get to level 2 in all of the mining techs, I'll be able to actually start putting some mining robots down and just harvesting asteroids for resources. But as you can see from the top, resources aren't really a problem for us. I also think that since I do have a world here that can up a spy satellite, I think I'm going to have you go and build an ice colony and just grab the extra system. I wouldn't try to do both, sir. That would just lead to you having the level of mistakes I had last time I was playing Ricci. Oh, that was terrible. Okay. Oh, free ship still without orders. Which is ship number 1, which is our Tickler class ship, which we will go and put onto here. And we should probably form up and try and make a fleet out of that at some stage. Actually, one thing that should be happening if we look at this. Abilities, cargo, components, construction orders. I was trying to work out from this what their experience level is, because I know they're gaining some. Oh, there we go. Experience points. So they are gaining some experience points, apparently. 125. I'm going to keep an eye on that for next round, because I know we... Oh, actually, no, we don't, because this hasn't been built yet. Yeah. Okay. Still 2 ships without orders. Let's go and find them. This one is still exploring the void. A colourful void it is, too, but it's still a void. I'm going to have you walk through there once you're done. There's actually 2 ways out of that system, so maybe we won't have you quite do that just yet. Move you to there, and then have you walk through there. And the final ship is this, which is pretty much now gonna... Mission orders. Sentry. So it'll wait for enemies. Okay, so we have found the other warp point, and over here we see the ships of the enemy are moving around. You will regret this! Yes, they will. They will regret this. It's a bit awkward because the way the communication works in this game, you can kind of, you get your own messages back to you, so sometimes it looks as if they've sent this. Still, trade is improving. Another Tickler class has been built, some more mineral production has been made. So if we go to our Empire screen, how much overproduction are we making here? We are making 65,000 resources a turn, spending 60,000. So that's actually as we want it. We're producing way too many organics, though. So net treasury, we're making 18,000 organics a turn with our current resource allotment. So what I'm thinking we should do is if I go onto my home world for a start, what we should do is scrap a couple of the... In fact... He's only got 1 anyway, so I should really just find out where I've got my organics plants and trade them over. Scrap cargo. Okay, this has a couple of organics farms, so I'm going to scrap both of those. And what's on this? It is our farming colony, of course, and it does have a good farming score. But I'm actually going to trade those out for a couple of research facilities, because I think we need those a bit more. I'm not going to go too mad here, because while we've got a profit, we can easily lose that profit. Just going to end... Oh no, 4 ships without orders. Far too much to do. Right, new Tickler class ship. That will go over to here. Join the fleet. Meanwhile, you are still going to explore the rest of this place, so off you go. What's happened with that? Actually, let's not go through the nebula cloud, you know? Let's not do that. Let's instead just go over there. Thank you. Next ship is you. Take the last ship, which is going to be... Where are we? There. Additional orders. Yeah, sentry. Don't have too much else for them to really do at this stage, and one other ship without orders, which is... Oh, I put a tickler over there, did I? You know what, actually, we can go and put you into... I shouldn't really have to patrol them, because there's really nothing for them to... No, don't... Additional orders, just be a sentry. Yeah, I'm aware that does work. Mostly I was just trying to give them the order to not do anything, and so they wouldn't show up on my this ship needs actions thing every turn. You can get away with the first, unfortunately it's very difficult to get away with the second. Okay, so we've got a couple of research facilities on the build. Nice. Another mineral construction built somewhere. You've got all your facilities up, so no point in adjusting anything there. You have a couple of spy satellites, so we're going to deploy those. Meanwhile, you're going to build another ice colony here. So just notice there's one sitting around and you still haven't actually done anything with it, so move that to the top. Going to try and colonize everything that's left, even if it's rubbish. Okay, so we're still plus 12,000 in terms of things. That sounds like one of my games. That's why I always play on a Sun. That's why I always play on Fridays. It's the best day to lose at Mahjong. Oh, this is a huge satellite group. No, that's not what I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Okay, let's see what you've got. Scrap cargo. No, that's fine. Svendrix. That's probably okay. We probably don't need it all, but... Oh. Okay, one organics farm, we'll scrap that. Now I'm just going to find out where the heck I built that. Oh, god damn it. Which planet did I do that on? Yeah, it was this one. Right, you can have another research center. You can do it, sir. Mungan's easy. In theory. Winning the Mungan is a bit more tricky, I'll concede, but... You can do it, sir. Okay, the 7th Tickler class ship has rolled off the production line. Thanks for that, Marishan. That was very helpful. Okay, that's finally come around to try and colonize something. Huzzah. Okay, and come a couple of research since thing. A treaty would benefit us both. Now you decide it's fine. Mutual aid agreements. So we'll trade up to 15% of our value. Share minefield codes is one I'm probably going to end up regretting, but I'm going to accept it. Okay, so it's accepted. We can now colonize in their systems, and that means I need to go and position. So as we've already established, this is the far better world. Where's my one? You need to get to there. Meanwhile, you need to get back to here. Okay, so those two systems are going to be ours, and that will give us the ability to just basically start accelerating. They're going to have to both be military worlds, though, because they are now caught in the middle of a system with 5 enemy planets in it. Oh, boy. I wonder if I should do sabotage instead. Don't know. We've only had 1 out of 3 espionage successes, but that's because we don't have a lot of intelligence facilities set up yet. Yeah, our accuracy of reports is only about 50%. Okay, what have we still got to move? We have a new Tickler class ship, and I'm going to move this one over to here now. We're going to start defending these worlds a little bit more. All hail the Tickler class attack ships. Where are you? Your position there. Additional orders. Why? Okay. Now I know the auto button is for that. I'll be able to just do that in future. Cargo ship has found nothing else to go. I want you to go and explore. Because I've really got no other purpose for you. Good news is, though, we're now up to 15,000 research a turn, and we got a couple of things that will be done soon. There we go. So that's pushed to 1 turn. Let's have an education boost. We don't have a lot of intelligence. We don't know anything about anything. These aren't supposed to be Alpha Complexion clones, though, so it works. We'll debate on that when we get to it, because I think this system is our first war target, just because of where it is. A new day of cooperation has dawned. Okay, we have level 1 in education. This will give us... I'll just go to my colony screen quickly. This will give us a research point generation increase of 2%. Not a great amount, you might say, but hey... We're now to 16,000 research points a turn. So let's down education to 5%. Keep that at 255. But construction back up to 15. Now with my bonus 2%. Oh, we've got iron engines set up. Nice. Okay. Fleet upgrade soon. Now 1% to carry over somewhere. So, you know what? More psychic weapons. Okay. So, on one of these planets, colonize. Right, so this is a outpost, really. We're gonna have it as a research compound officially, but its job is going to be space yard. So, of course, the ship is called Tickler. Indeed, it is. Resupply depot. I'm going to have it, because it's one of the larger planets, I always sort of do this with my larger ones. 111 and a cargo facility. Once that's done, we need to go and put it on a spaceport, because all of its resources need to go elsewhere. One of those, one of those. 4 of those. 4 of those, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, because that should be fine. How much space is this leaving me? Don't know. Let's build the rest with research stations. There we go. Only thing to do first, though, is to put up a basic and a spy satellite, which need to go to the top. Yes, weapon platforms. I'll get there at some stage. Yes, officially, it is a research compound. I mean, let's be honest, it's going to have a lot of research, but really what it's going to be doing is building a load of space docks, and from there, preparing for war. Officially. So have 2 ships without orders. They are you. New Tickle class attack ship, which can go and support our efforts over here. And the second ship is another Tickler class attack ship. Oh, that's just gotten to there, so that's done. End the turn. Also, my brother is beating me at chess. I do not like this. Well, actually, I'm technically winning, but I feel board position looks a bit dodgy. If anyone's got any advice for black there, I'd appreciate it. And if you can even see that, well done. I will just forget about it. This is true. Importantly, though, we did get our ion drive increase. We have discovered the Contraterrene engines, which are the next engine upgrade style of things. So, we no longer need to build anything into ion engines. Well done. 5% though will go into Contraterrene, and we'll start developing that. So, okay, so that's going to be 5 turns regardless of what I do there. Leaves me 2%, which can... What's cheating? What's cheating? I'm only asking for some advice here. I didn't even tell you which side I'm playing, so goodness knows on that. King Prawn to K4. It's going to be difficult on a chessboard which only goes A to H, but you know, we'll try it. King Prawn to K4. Alright, well 2% left. Let's just go and up my cargo and my things for... No, actually, let's not do that. That's silly. Let's put it into sensors, because sensors are helpful. Oh, I'm not really thinking about it. It's sort of something I'm doing in the background. I've got 3 days to come up with a move, so it's not as if I'm in any kind of hurry. But James has just made a move, so I need to go and think of something. Oh, I know what I can do instead of that. Where did I put those 2%? I put that into sensors, didn't I? Let's nab 3% out of that and put 3% instead into warheads. 1, because warheads is very quick to research, and 2, because this will give us mines. Okay. Sentry. Another Tickle class attack ship, which can go over to you and go there. I need another one, which can go there as well. Oh, now I have an ice colony as well. This can go and colonize this. I'm not showing off my nerdiness. I like abstract board games. I like all board games, actually, as it turns out to that. Yes, I'm playing a strategic game which requires me to think about this at some stage in the future. It's just turned up on my phone, that's why it's gone up. But It's when I'm playing Mahjong at the same time as well against 4 other players. That's going to be the tricky bit. Mahjong against 3 other players. Oof, it's going to be difficult. Besides, it's not showing off my nerdiness. If I'm playing a 4X strategy game which is more than 10 years old, if that doesn't show I'm a nerd, nothing ever will. Also, 6 years of YouTubing probably should have tipped you off. Yeah, you definitely have a point based on last week's Mahjong. You definitely have a point. Anyway, oh, I have one unanswered political message. I missed that. I missed that in all of my stuff actually happening. Plague outbreak. Oh, god darn it. Please ally yourselves with us. This is a tremendous day. No, it isn't. Oh, reply to general message. No, it isn't. Alright, non-aggression pact in all treaties. Emergency medical care. No. No, hold on. We cannot accept your proposal at this time. No. Also, we have a plague here. God darn space plagues. Nope, my copyright said 2005. My copyright in the box, so I'm saying 2005. Right, also, this is now actually done and able to build things. But unfortunately I don't have anything else I want to build, so you know what, we got a plague going on. Let's build a colony ship. Perfect plan. Also, there's no right off of that, is there? No, there isn't. Okay. End turn. Yes, of course I'm ignoring Monopoly. Why would I not ignore Monopoly? It's the worst board game. It really is. The thing is, I keep trying to call their bluff on it, and they are surprisingly reluctant to play with me when I decide to call the bluff on it. Anyway, we have a small carbon dioxide ice planet, so let's go and make this a unpleasant as well. Research compound. I really doubt I'm going to be able to do a lot with that, so I might as well just put a thing on there. Arkham Hollow is fine. No, it isn't. No. 11 million people have died in the plague. How many people on this planet these days? 15 million, so we lost nearly half of the population thanks to this level 1 plague. That'll show these aliens. Quite so, quite so. What it means is I should probably be considering medical technology of some kind, because you know what? I just have no medical treatment facilities whatsoever. But in 1.5 turns, I do get warheads. Well, 15 turns, I will get warheads. I should visit their planet and sneeze on them. Yes, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know what I should probably do at this stage? I should probably try and load these up into a fleet. Okay. Now for complex fleet. The Alpha Complex fleet of happy fellows. Okay, basic attack is the wall at optimal range and doing the thing. Okay. Huzzah, we have the fleet. It can do the thing. Well, I say, if you're using wiki as a thing to say no, then I have a counter argument therewith. "2006, you say? If you would go onto the box and look up there, eventually I'll get it into some form of focus. It's very, very small, I do concede. But you will stare at it. It will be a thing. It says there, copyright 2005. My copyright says your wiki is not correct. Now, I just know you're never going to do it, so there's no point in being angry about it. You know you can't play Monopoly either. Okay, resupply depot will be up soon. That'll be useful. That means I can actually get some supplies out of this fleet now. Which would be nice, because it means we can actually go out and do a campaign. Oh, also, I just noticed our minerals have gone down for the first time. So we do need to go and sort that out. Oh yeah, our fleet now needs orders as well. It is going to be a sentry. But meanwhile, cargo ship is going to continue exploring. By going the wrong way for some reason. Ice Colony will go and colonize this place for no other reason than to have it. Our particular class attack ship will move back over to here. And join up there. There is no strategy in Monopoly. Actually, yeah, there's a point. Right, basic satellite here. This is what we kind of wanted it to do. After that, I guess we might as well go send this back to the home world and pick up another one. That takes forever. What I should actually have done, and what I'm regretting not doing a couple of turns ago, was going and doing this. Because what we need to do now is find our own ship designs. And upgrade them. So now we have level 3 ion engines, which will mean they all move faster. And it's all good. So, create. We shall upgrade queues. Fortunately, none of them are upgraded, so we're not going to mark that as obsolete. Right, particular class, we're going to upgrade. Sure, nobody can build hotels at all. Well, yeah, stealing all the hotels is one tactic. And yes, he may be actually correct, but I like my technically correct better. Right, so particular class 2. We should, of course, upgrade the queues there for anything building the current tickler class. And we will mark the ship as obsolete. So we now have even faster tickler ships. We should probably look at doing, actually, is... So I'm sure there's a way to retrofit them while we're there. Nope. Alright, let's actually move these back to... Sorry, bear with. Get the fleet to move over to here. Why are you not doing that, in spite of the fact you do have movement for it? Maybe the sentry orders that are doing some odd things. Besides which, it doesn't really break the game. It more sort of makes the game go on longer, which is not the point of it. At least not the good point of it. This is a small unpleasant thing, so this actually is going to be a research compound. People are still dying from that plague. We haven't really done anything. Ship lost movement. Okay. You only sign your death warrants, but you like pie 12. Indeed you do, sir. Not enough potatoes. A new colony over here, which honestly I can't do a lot with. 2,000 though. So I guess research center and a space yard is probably the place to go here. Right, how are we doing on the research queues? 3 turns away from weapon platforms, and then I'll actually go and do things. If you went Shinitsu Dora 5, you just went greedy, sir. That's all I shall say about that. You got greedy. Yeah, I'm going to build a space yard, and I'm going to then go and put some... No, actually, that's fine. Space yard is fine where it is currently there. That can also build its own sort of mini supply center as it goes. Here... How are we doing? Sulfuric acid is one way to go here. I've also realised I've got the ship training facility here and not the other thing, but I can do this with an ice colony and get that set up later. So ice colony, and then I'll put a fleet on the larger one. Oh, one ship without orders. Okay, another tickler class, which I'm sure I had set to upgrade, but doesn't matter. This can go to here. Hey, my box strategy first, copyright 2005. This is just a better version of the game then. Or because I'm special. But it does say 2005. Anyway, our resources are still pretty much as they were. The only way to win Monopoly is to burn it. Nah, because even if you end the game on a... I hate games where you have a timed ending as much as possible, because then you're just getting into it and then... Oh, I'm forced to stop now. Yeah, I remember you were talking about that, but I can't remember who you were arguing it with. Somebody in the paranoia chat. We would like to propose a new treaty. Share enemy designs with the other. Medical care. Okay, this is still a beneficial thing to us, so I'm going to accept that. Lack of resources on this planet. No, but in most games it's sort of that sort of thing. Okay, so the colony population has gone down to 0, and that's pretty much means I'm going to have to recolonize this place now. Ah, well. Okay. What's up with you at the moment? Let's end that. There we go. For some reason it had orders which it was just not doing anything with, so that's fine. I never made a video about how to correctly chop a pork chop. I don't think I even remember discussing that with anybody. Right, 2 turns to weapon platforms. Oh, one unanswered political message. We shall accept. Tickle of 13. And this can go... Actually, why hasn't it bothered upgrading these things? Let me just go into the queues. There you go, that'll do. Right, now that that's happened, we will go and have you head off to here. Eventually we're going to get this fleet set up. It's quite amazing when we finally get this all done. A chopper guy would chop no amount of wood, since a chopper guy wouldn't chop wood. I don't know why he wouldn't chop wood, because that makes no sense for his career, but, you know. Okay. End turn. Well, sir, there's solutions to that involve opening window or possibly jumping into the freezer. Both of which are solutions. Some are more extreme than others, but it depends how warm you are. Goodness, my fleets appear to be on the path, so all good there. A new day of cooperation has dawned. A new tickler class 2. Population has expired. I think we've lost the planet at this stage, actually. Oddly, we still kind of have a military base there, but it's a bit weird. Yes, I can. Okay, where is Mars? I haven't seen Mars anywhere on this. I do want to take that planet, though I'm going to have to think about designing troop drop ships at some stage. Next turn, maybe. Oh, one fleet without orders. I was going to now finally move this fleet into here. Right, we want a... I was going to upgrade them. How do I get this to work? Okay, well, apparently I can't do that at the moment. There is a way to do it, but I've obviously done something to prevent that, so we'll go and move to here. We'll repopulate it later once we know the plague's no longer there. Possibly. At the very least, we still have a satellite there, and it's not a critically important system for us. One ship still without orders. What are you doing? Oh, this is our tickler 2. Which is even faster than the original. By about one hex of movement. Mars did in fact go to the bar. It could be. Some of the nebulas do look impressive. Okay, we have level 2 weapon platforms. We developed a small weapon platform. It's now available to use in vehicle designs. Higher resources means that we've lost all construction there. We have, of course, made the right choice. We will, sir. All hail the Booze Nebula. Yes, at some stage we will have to repopulate that system. But for now, I'm going to do something. I'm going to create a new weapon platform, which will be small, and it will have a weapon platform compute core. It will have basic... Actually, it doesn't need basic sensors particularly. These combat sensors. It does, however, need a point defense cannon, which I'll give it 2 of because our point defense is rubbish. We'll give it a stupefier because I honestly don't have that gun anywhere. And we will give it... I don't have enough space, I don't. Okay, I've run out of space for that. And 1 depleted uranium just to make up the difference. That leaves me with 5 to give it a point of armor. Okay, thus we have made the weapon platform. I need a name for the weapon platforms. Also need a drink, bear with. Everybody's gonna have to be on those front lines. Everybody. Recruitment's slow, but it depends on how many casualties I have. Yes, finally a weapon platform. I'm going to build one. Just for you. I'm going to call it a crafty thing. And we will never speak of it again. In truth, though, I do need a troop transport. But I should probably see about getting these upgraded. No boy, I guess we'll do this now. So, troop cockpit. We need a couple of these. Oh, this takes 4 kilotons. But we'll go with that. Is it better than the ground cannons? Yes, it's massively better than the ground cannons. And I can go for 1 small armor. Yes. It had to, really. I need a name for the troop ship, though. Send in the war. Actually, no. Shout. Nah. Autocomplete doesn't seem to want to work with me a lot of the time, actually. So here we go. I'm going to call this the Shout, Fire, and Run. We don't have giant warbots, but I'm hoping we will at some stage. So there we are. Is there anything else I could really do with at this stage? I need a transport, really. So, frigates. Ion engines. A bridge. Life support. Crew quarters. And we need a... What do troops deploy with? Is it cargo? Can place the vehicle ship base. I had a thought about this. Hold on, bear with. Yeah, I was thinking cargo bay it probably was going to be, but oh well. We'll get to that a little later because I'm not at the point of invading planets and I probably won't do this video. I'm probably going to call this stream in a couple of turns, but let's just see how much further we can get here. Start with, we have a couple of ships without orders. This is a tickler class, which can go and be a sentry. And a tickler class, which can go and join the invasion thing going on over here. Okay, meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and... Noot! Okay, fair enough. I'll try and remember that for next time. What I want to do, though, is I want to go and build on... I'm sure there's a way to just select all of it. It's fine. On everything except this, we are going to build some crafty gits. In fact, I'm going to build 3 on each of them. I'm even going to build a set of those. Actually, how many of these do I want? Let's build 10. Okay, so we're now building a load of troops on every planet now. This sounds like a plan. This is probably also going to drain my resources quite considerably, but let's see how this goes. End turn. But hey, we have some weapon platforms. Aww. No, it's fine. You don't have to be invested in the game. It's just a silly thing that I'm playing in the background, like most of my things end up being. I could have been playing Final Fantasy IX, actually. That was my other thing I was potentially going back to. But I've got to give Marriage at least some chance to stay ahead of me in the plot. Wibble, sir! And we have constructed the crafty things. They are, in fact, everywhere. Alright, how are we doing on the things here? I don't need weapon platforms up that much anymore, really. Let's go with that. Warhead technology, I think, is something we need to invest in quite a lot soon, so I'm actually happy to go there. Leaves me 6%, which can go onto medical treatment. I think is probably the way to go here, because clearly I need at least something. Medical labs are really, you know, something I prioritize an awful lot, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's only a mild push, but I don't want to overtake you in the plot. That's the only thing, really. And that's not really an excuse. I've got plenty of other things I can play in the background. I have that whole randomizer Nuzlocke thing I can do as well. I have plenty of live streams. And that's when we don't end up doing random wibbliness like Tabletop Sim or Rocket League or whatever. Actually, that's what I should have done. Okay, no, I think the warheads are definitely needed, but I think what I might do here is, instead of that, I'm going to cut construction down to that. Once I've got mines unlocked, it's just a case of having the warheads. But if I use the rest of the points to go and put light hull construction up, that'll be bigger ships, in theory. Once we get that far, anyway. It's tempting, though, to want to go and colonize the other things here. Gas giants, potentially, or rock-based planets. But no, it really doesn't. You have a fleet without orders, do we? Oh, the fleet will now be ordered to stay there. Be a sentry. And meanwhile, you can go there. And yes, we are massively low on resources right now. That's probably because we're building things, but yeah, we're running out of resources. Alright, so that's something I'm going to have to concentrate on in the next few turns, I think. Just seeing about getting Do I have a colony ship heading towards this place anytime now? Sure, there's a second world I'm meant to have set up soon. All the crafty things! And a few shout fires and runs. Yeah, that'll work too. Have you been sitting above there for all this time? You've been sitting above there all that time. God darn you. Alright, research compound. Unfortunately, it's not a very good resource thing, but we'll make do. We have one of each in the system queue, so I don't need any more, really. It is 5. So Space Yard, definitely. 1, 2, 3, and 1. And I'll put you on emergency build for the sake of it. Then we'll just get some crafty things built. Two and 2. Okay. I'm going to end the turn there once I've pointed these ships somewhere they can go. Cargo ship 2. And you can go and put a point here, I believe. Just so we got the entire area mapped out in case of emergency. And finally... Can I go there? Oh, there we go. Right, so this is our other Tickler class ship. Which I guess might as well go and just support and set up there. Okay. End the turn. So economically now we're starting to lose starting to lose on a couple of the resource columns now. Which means I do need to start thinking about stopping building things. I think actually would probably do it. But we have plenty of troops built now, which is what I wanted to have. I wanted stacks of reserve troops. They'll also defend, so you know there's that aspect of it. But currently we're at minus 9,200 resources. So, we're going to have to work out a way around that here. Most of it's in maintenance costs, which is now stacked high. Once the construction queues go away, that'll rebalance somewhat. But honestly, we're now in maintenance more than we're getting a turn. So, that'll be something we have to deal with soon. Once we have a planet that can actually do the things, anyway. I suppose I could always change what you're doing. Indeed. So this is quite a good world overall, really, so I can actually have this go and build some more minerals and just focus that a little. Yeah, so we'll trade those and grab a couple of extra mining colonies, because we're going to need those sooner rather than later. The other thing we'll probably want to do is try and upgrade those if we can, because that will help. So reorder that to the top, and reorder that to the top. Okay, so I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to call that a stream for now. I'll be doing Mahjong in a few minutes once I get everything set up, so I will see people there if they're interested. If not, I'll catch you another week then. Uggle Buggerum, the best of Uggle Buggerum. And yes, we did do a few Neverwinter Nights things, which I should probably upload that as a one-off at some stage. I do have reserves. I just like to try and get things balanced a little bit more. I like having things topped up. So that'll be what I sort of work to next time. As I say, it's sort of... with things going on, I'm 27 turns away from minerals, so I could always try and push that up to level 2, get the upgrade done, but we'll see. I don't feel it's a problem. I just like to balance the books where possible. Also, 2 turns from warheads. Hooray! I'll catch people up another time then. Till then.